Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Daybreak 2 and we are, well, at Artemis, University, College, whatever moniker you would wanna give this, but we are in school and we finished up all of our side content, we spoke to everyone, and the two blue markers we still have on the map, those are just our mini games and it will not go away no matter how many times we play it. So for now, I think we can safely say we can continue, the main story. So let's head back to class. We want to check this. Nothing extra. The last bell rang just as the group returned to class, and thus afternoon lessons began. Having one hell of a great time, don't they? After class. Oh crap, I've got work today. See you guys later. It was nice meeting you both. I hope we can talk more tomorrow. Sure thing, bye bye. I've got to do some more filming for our festival screening event. I'll be sticking around campus for a while, so if you want to drop by and chat some later, feel free. Sure thing. Oh, and thanks again for sharing your notes on art history. It was a big help. Oh, it was no trouble at all. I get that a mid-year transfer is tough. Don't be afraid to lean on any of us if you need us, okay? Everybody seems busy. Clubs, part-time jobs, festival prep. It's like there's always something going on. Yeah, I knew it was an elite school, but it's a lot different than I was expecting. In a good way, of course. Aramis is a place that emphasizes freedom and flexibility. That's what attracted so many people to it over the years. Yeah, like our new boss man and Specs, right? Elaine graduated from Aramis too, if I'm not mistaken. The alumni from this place are anything but a normal bunch. You might be right about that. There are many people of all stripes here, although there was a time when things weren't always so upbeat. Huh? You don't say? I feel like I've heard something about that before. Well, you must be talking about the time when Ren was running the student council president. Well, I think it's about time we were heading out. School's over now, and it looks like everyone's gone to do their club activities and stuff. Good point. Although, I wouldn't mind wandering around campus with you for a while, if you'd like. Oh, I'm so down for that. The Adventures of Aramis Expedition Squad, Episode 2 is officially underway. Let's go around and play pranks on everyone. How about no? More importantly, there's a bulletin board here in the Ober district, right? I think we should do a few requests if we have the time. What? You want me to spend my free time doing work? No way, hard pass. Is what I'd normally say, but I kinda want to take one or two actually. We weren't able to do any earlier today. Right. It's against school rules to leave campus during our lunch break. Oh, do you mind if we drop by the student council room again? Odette and Albert asked me to come, and they want me to bring you along too. If you're fine with going, then we can save that visit for last. Work comes first. Right, sounds good to me. You can now leave campus and explore the Ober district. Hey, just popping in with an update from Marduk's support. Further analysis has revealed a new floor of the Margin Garden, so check it out when you get a chance, okay? The fourth floor has been added to the Margin Garden. Alright. Okay, so we have an entire school to talk to. We have 2 levels of Margin Garden we can do. It's a lot, isn't it? And in the end, we go to the student council room. I think that would be probably the last place for us to go to. Yeah, I think we should go for it. I think once we've done everything, like talk to everyone, done all the 4SPG optional requests and all that kind of stuff, let's check out the Martin Garden as well. And if we can quickly go by the device. Because the thing is that I wouldn't mind doing the new levels. Thus, additional members were added to the Martian Garden incursion team. Van and his crew then connected to the same session for a face-to-face meetup in digital reality. And this is what I want to know.
So, all of this is virtual right now? Almost feels like we're really here. And we can even use our stigmas. Those Marduk engineers must be on some crazy shit.
Indeed. This outlandish technology far exceeds the phase spaces thaumaturgy can create. We may be well served taking this opportunity to collect some information on Marduk. Disregarding, of course, the brazen assumption that lending our aid once means we're at your beck and call.
Always gotta get the last word in, don't ya? All the same, though, I appreciate you agreeing to pitch in. Mirabelle okayed it without a second glance, too. Guess she's expecting to get some good data out of you.
Yeah, look at us, teaming up with the Dominions again. Who'd have thunk it? And there's not a lot of you, right? Just 12 or something? We'd only ever gotten to know 2 up until now. Yes, well, we've already heard plenty about you. Word is, you were kind enough to turn over some artifacts to us a while back. But not before busting one of them into pieces the last time Crossbow went balls up. This is the first time I'm hearing that. I reserve the right to remain silent. Hey, who's that supposed to fool? Enough teasing, sillies. You've had your fun. It's not worth pointing fingers at this stage. We know it was an unavoidable consequence. Anyway, it's nice to finally put some faces to the rumors. This probably won't be a long-term thing, but hey, good to work with you. Likewise. Sellers and Leon can now be added to your party within the Martian Garden. And this is what I want to see. I thought that they would be added during our activities in Advanced Chapter 1. But glad they're here now. So, does that mean it's analyzing because we haven't completed floor 3 yet? Or do we need some more progression? I'm intrigued, either way. Alright, new services.
Welcome. I've got all your support needs covered.
Ah, so we can 7 hearts with, let me guess, members of our own team? Okay.
Wanna get started?
So curious to see if this will count as a friendly game and all that. And if you can win, even better. Ooh, whose arrow's gonna hit that is gonna be out of commission.
Oh, nuts for you.
Oh, that was the only way that would have been safe. Ooh.
The advantage is mine.
Have a taste of this!
Okay.
Have a taste of this!
Well, I think I definitely won, but
I just
Well,
feel
that was
real
just-
silly for challenging
Yeah.
me now.
okay, so yeah, play around 7 with a friend and win. So win 5 rounds of 7 of hearts. Okay, so we need to not play 5 rounds, we need to win 5 rounds. That's doable, I can do that in between episodes. At least the first time we did together, just so we know how it works.
I'm rooting for ya.
And we have 7,000 S tokens. I'll leave it hanging. Let's just do it until I finish floor 3 at least. Good. Alright, a little bit more revealed than I thought was going to be revealed, but I'll take it. And this, I think, Ultra Otis is another holo, right? Yeah, holocore. Good. Alright, let's start our rounds on the school ground, shall we? I took on this role because I heard it was going to be a very important part. But the way these lines read, it's like my character is an unsympathetic jerk. Is this really how people see me? Yes. I've met you today and I
Sleepy.
think so too. I was the student council president once upon a time. Sending my subordinates one last minute errand was all part of the job, so I'm not going to apologize for that. Still, why do I keep getting the feeling the other students don't have the highest opinion of me? Great job, Frederica. You're a natural. Yes, this is great. Fantastic, even. Shannon requested I spend the day helping her with filming. She's certainly passionate about movies, I'll say that much. I suppose I could learn a thing or two from her. Yeah, and having seen the 7 hearts added to the Martian Garden, also reaffirms my feeling that I had to get the basketball one down for the count, because I didn't know how long we'll have access to it. At least that one is at least cleared off the list. So I'm very happy about that. Then who and how is that one? Oh. Well, this is the boys' basketball team room. If you're looking for the players, they're out practicing on the court right now. We're kind of in the middle of a slum at the moment. I'm trying to figure out how we can fix it. Well, good luck to you. Some proper strategies will definitely help, I'm sure.
Nice shot!
Hey, get your head in the game. Play like that won't even get us past the first bracket. Yep, and the basketball team minigame at least is seems to be gone for the moment. I know everybody's busy prepping for the festival lately, but we've still got our practice. Okay, time to get this team in tip-top shape. Well, I know you can do it. Seems like rehearsing a play. Some dancing.
Let's do one more set.
Martial arts. Yeah, I think just keep on moving, isn't it? Okay, talk to the kid. No one on there. Well, this the first headmaster of Aramis may have been an artist upon the school's founding, but before that he was actually a mathematician. Does this simply affect Miss Lifa? The influence he has over the history of mathematics speaks for itself. I understand where you're coming from, but when all is said and done, Aramis was an artist first and foremost. Yes, his logic and sensibilities are ultimately rather difficult to follow at times, but he more often than not refers to himself as a lover of the arts. No. He quite states often that math is the foundation for everything in the universe. To put it the other way, well, this is an argument that is going nowhere. Yeah, who even cares? Those two can be pretty stubborn sometimes. No. See, I don't think you understand what art truly is. What I'm trying to say... Listen to her. Math is the foundation for everything in the universe. Now, math is important, I grant you that, but it's not the only force in the universe. Hey, getting a chance to talk with students always gives me a little energy boost. It's not that it makes me feel young again, really. I guess it just makes me want to work harder, you know? Well, that part I get.
Sorry, I'll have to pass. I've got practice after this.
Oh, that sounds good to me. I'll send some materials your way then. When you have the time, would you mind giving them a glance? Of course. You know, Miss Powell was a tad worried about how you adapt to the new environment, but I think you've been handling everything quite well. However, I do think you can afford to ease up a little, Miss Towa. There's no need to go overboard. Oh, my apologies. I'll try my best not to overdo it. I'm really grateful for all your support so far, Miss Matilda. Well, it's Towa. She can handle anything that's thrown her way, I can guarantee that. Oh, of course, Valis and Elsem have very different histories. That's actually something I learned from you, Mr. Powell. Your lectures are always pretty insightful. Well, if only all my students thought that way. Well, if there's ever anything you're confused about, feel free to ask. I certainly don't mind having a good chat every now and then. Oh, I only came here to ask about a concept I didn't fully understand during class. But Mr. Powell and I got caught up in yet another long conversation. I just can't help it. Our discussions are just so enlightening. I wish all my students were as passionate about history as Arya. I enjoy all our little chats, and surprisingly, I always come away from them with more knowledge than I had before. Yeah, because if you can discuss something on the same level, you can basically, what's the best way to describe it? Bounce off ideas of each other and get the feedback on the same level as you give, and that's how you learn. It's pretty good if you find someone you can do that with. Oh, we tend to be at our busiest right when the school day ends. The students like to get something to eat before the club starts. I'm so glad I get to support all these growing minds. By the way, did you know we get our desserts delivered from a famous bakery? That's why we're sold out so often. Ooh, sounds nice, especially with the same bakery I have in my mind. Oh, the members of the athletic club have pretty much settled on the direction for their booth at the festival. Looks like I won't have any to flay anyone alive this year. I was surprised to learn Edward is Sasha's older brother. Oh well, I suppose I'll just play by ear for now. Well, that's one way to go about it. Oh, I got a letter of acceptance from Basel Institute of Science a few days ago. I think years ago. Not exactly an admission for a mission gift or anything, but they gave me access to their new app. Ah, you got into Basel? That's amazing. Congratulations. What kind of app did they give you? An orbital drone simulator. Evidently, there are quite a few younger engineers at Basel who are familiar with drone technology. I can't wait to share all my ideas with them. Do you think it was developed by Quatre? I wouldn't all be surprised. Bell allows the students to take online classes. I'd attend the lectures right away if I could, but I'll just have to wait a little longer. Yeah. To be passionate about something you're studying is a great thing. If you have it, abuse it. My father is a famous classical painter from Oration. In order to ensure I follow in his footsteps, my parents have me taken art lessons ever since I was a child. I suppose I am grateful to some degree. After all, that's what got me into Aramis. But I don't want to be a classical painter, no. I want to be a comic book artist. Thinking about what's expected of me though, it worries me every day.
Let's go.
Well, there's not much I can do about it at the moment. I should just focus on finishing my piece for the festival. Sounds like a decent idea. Door is red, box is green, okay. Hope I'm doing this right. I want them to know how I really feel. Hold up, is he writing a love letter? If he is, we better give him some privacy. Privacy? I would say let's just read with him. And that's it, that's entirely everyone in the school. So let's pick up our quest here. God, it probably involves something in the school, I imagine. Slum in sales. Our after-school sales have been on the decline recently, but I think I might know what's causing it. If possible, I'd like to discuss this with the student council. As always, I'll be at the school store on the first floor. Oh, looks like Roscoe left a suggestion recently. Wait a sec. I thought only students could use the suggestion box. Nope, it's open to everyone on campus, faculty included, but they typically only come to us when they need help with an issue outside their purview. That must seem pretty unusual, huh? Well, considering Aramis values student independence, I think it makes perfect sense. Bet you guys must hold a lot of sway over them. Then, probably enough to talk the school into stocking all your favorite sweets, huh? Not necessarily, although we certainly get our fair share of requests asking us to. Anyway, it seems like the store is in a bit of a pinch at the moment. Let's head over and see what Roscoe has to say. Definitely. Let's see if we can solve this little thing before we go out. Oh, wrong way. Welcome. Can I help you find something? Sorry to bother you in the middle of work. It's just that Agnès explained the note they found in the suggestion box. Oh, so that's why you're here. You kids are already so busy. I'd hate to pile on more on your plate, but... Oh, not at all. It comes with the territory. Anyway, you mentioned you were worried about sales, right? Yes. After school sale numbers have been on the decline recently. Not all of a sudden either, but gradually. Day after day, week after week. On top of that, the items we've seen fewer sales on in particular are sport drinks and nutritional supplements. I see. So there's a decrease in specific products being sold. I haven't changed up our selection any, so I don't really think there's a problem with the store itself. It's just... In a note, you said you might have an idea about why this is happening. Yeah, you see we actually have a few regulars that tend to come by after school. I guess you could say they contributed to a pretty big portion of our sales. But they've stopped coming in lately. So, who are these regulars of yours? Well, the basketball club. They come by all the time before practice, sometimes even during. I've heard our teams are good enough to make nationals because of how rigorous they are with their training. Considering what you stock, it makes sense that they be your most common customers. Basketball, huh? It was pretty fun when we played during gym this afternoon. I like how you have to stay coordinated with your teammates, right? Also keeping toe-to-toe with the opposition. Yeah, you look so cool, ass. Yeah. Anyway, I think we're getting a little off topic here. You gave us some details about the situation, but I'm still not sure what you want us to do about it. Do you want us to look into what's going on with the basketball club, or are you just interested in improving your sales? Naturally, sales are what I'm most concerned with. It's just that I'm also worried about the club too. That part is why I put that note in the suggestion box, since it involves some of Aramis's students. Sorry, I didn't mean to make it sound like I was coming down on you. We just want to make sure we fully understand our client request. Client? You sound so professional. Well, you know, they used to do stuff like this all the time at their old school, because they're exchange students. What she said. Anyway, we're taking this case, right? Of course. Considering this sounds like something the student council would want to investigate anyway, we'll go ahead and take your case. Well, it could just be a coincidence. Maybe they don't like the stuff they sell here anymore. Well, even if they're totally fine, it would be a huge weight on my shoulders to know for sure. I hate to ask students to handle something like this, but anything you could find would be greatly appreciated. Of course, we're happy to be of help. Let's start by talking to Sasha. She's the captain of the girls' basketball team. I'm sure she won't mind sharing some info with us. She's likely either in the courtyard or the auditorium. I didn't realize the club had separate teams for boys and girls. Makes sense though. Well, we're learning all kinds of things today. Okay, time to jump back into the Aramis Expedition Squad, Arkride Solutions After School chapter.
Let's wrap this up quickly.
Slum in the Cell started. Let's become Dr. Slum. Alright, we know where she is because we've already seen her. Oh, I know everybody's busy prepping for the festival lately, but we still gotta practice.
One sec.
Oh? Everything's been pretty normal on our end. We're just having practice today like we always do. I mean, we did slack off a little bit after the Winter Nationals, but that's about the only issue I can think of. Right now though, everybody's pumped up for our next big tournament. Oh, and that's the fighting spirit I've heard so much about. I've heard that Aramis has a strong basketball club. You guys must be do some pretty harsh training. Well, you could say that, but it's not all about how much you practice. Fostering good relationship is our major key to success, and not just with the players, but with managers too. For example, the manager for the first year girls is really diligent and thoughtful. She always is the last to leave after practice because she wants to make sure everything gets put away neatly. Having someone like that around really helps encourage the spirit of teamwork. Oh, I totally get where she's coming from. Some people may work fast, but they can be super sloppy about it. You're one to talk. Well, it sounds like you know your team inside and out. Well, when you're a captain, part of your role is to look out for everyone. I'm sure I've talked your ears off about the team for long enough though. Getting back to your question, I think I'd be more worried about the boys team. They've been practicing as usual, but for whatever reason, they seem kinda down. They used to be so fired up about everything, honestly, it was almost obnoxious. But they've been awfully quiet by comparison lately. I was actually considering bringing it up to their captain. I see, so something is going on with the boys team. I should probably be the one to go see what's up, but if you guys are already looking into it, would you mind checking in on them for me? Of course, we don't mind at all. I think I saw the boys were over in the courtyard, so let's go see what they have to say. And we'll probably just talk to their captain than anybody else. It seems the most logical choice.
Do you have a moment?
I should have known Sasha would figure out something's up. So, you guys really are having trouble? Well, it's hard to put into words, but it's like we're running into all kinds of issues lately. Like having to fill our basketball with air right before practice because we're all gone flat. And sometimes we'll find ourselves missing stuff like tracksuits or tape right when we need them. Maybe you've got a poltergeist. Honestly, a poltergeist would be less trouble at this point. Everyone's been getting pretty frustrated because of how these issues keep messing with the tempo of our training. Some members are even starting to suspect one another one another trying to track us all down. It's strange that none of this has been happening to the girls' team. Where do you guys keep all your spare basketballs and stuff? Well, in the boys' basketball locker room on the first floor of the clubhouse. The manager maintains it for us all, which makes them the prime suspect. Let's go ask them to see if they know anything. They might be able to give us a new lead. Well, maybe they've been messing with it just to save some money or anything like that.
One sec.
I see. Well, I can't say I blame you for wanting to talk to me about it. You haven't been playing pranks on the team, have you? Could you be any more blunt? Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if some of our players suspect the same thing. Only the manager and the advisor are given keys to the clubhouse. Nobody else should have been able to get in. But I swear, I haven't been putting pranks on anybody. I think that's enough, Nadia. But if that's the case, then it's likely the culprit is a member of the basketball club. Hey, manager, can I get some spare bandages? Sure, I got them right here for you. Thanks. Try not to push yourself out there, okay? If you don't loosen up every now and then, you'll wear yourself out before you even get to an actual match. You're right. I'm just trying to make sure I'm ready before the tournament, that's all. Especially after I've managed to climb all the way up to first ring. Oh, that's that fighting spirit I've heard so much about. Part 2. But it's hard to train so much as I want when we've got somebody messing with us all the time. I don't want to miss the chance to show my girlfriend how much I've improved at this next tournament. Girlfriend? Oh, the springtime of youth. Knock it up, Nadia. It's only natural that you want to make a good impression on someone so important to you. She's a real thoughtful person and she's always been supportive of me. This is the best way I know how to thank her. Yeah, believe me, I know how passionate you are about this. Anyway, if you need anything else, just let me know, okay? Got it. Talk to you later. We'll continue our investigation and let you know what we find. Actually, considering Miss Sonia also has a key to the room, maybe we should go talk to her too. Sounds good to me. Thanks for all your help so far. And there's something about that kid that just left. Or else we wouldn't get a reaction like we just saw. So let's see if we can find and talk to Miss Sonia. We should be in the faculty room on the first floor.
Do you have a moment?
The basketball club? Well, yes, I do have a key to their locker rooms. I'm the advisor for all the sport clubs on campus. Do you ever loan a key out for any reason? Maybe with a record of who checks it out? Only very rarely, since we don't want to risk anyone stealing stuff. We're pretty much strict on the managers about that kind of things as well. However, the key does open both the boys and the girl locker room. That way it's a little easier for everyone to get supplies if they need it. So, they're like master keys? Sounds like it's pretty bad if one of them went missing. This is the first we've heard about it. That means the manager for both teams have access to the boys and the girls' locker room, right? Then it's possible someone on the girl team could be the culprit. What do you mean by culprit? Well, we're just playing a little riddle game we made up, that's all. We had to get a hint from you in order to solve the case. Really? Oh, that sounds like fun. It sure is lovely to see you kids getting along so well. Well, we'd better get back to it. Thanks for all your help. Hey Aggie, lying to a teacher? And without batting an eye, no less. I guess you've got a naughty streak in you after all. Maybe it's Van's influence. He's been putting ideas in your head, hasn't he? Not that lying can't be beneficial from time to time. Well, I can't say I haven't learned a thing or two from him. But more importantly, I didn't want this issue to get blown out of proportion just yet. Oh, don't worry, I getcha. Well, anyway, let's go back over everything we've learned so far. Well, the problem is that the boys' basketball team can't practice effectively right now due to the issues with their supplies. And although we initially thought it had to be someone on the boys' team causing this, with what Miss Sonia just told us, we now know that the key held by the managers can open both the boys' and the girls' locker room. Which means the members of the girl teams are also suspect now. At the moment, however, we still don't have any motives. So who would want to interfere with the boys' practice? Who and why? Actually, what if we changed our perspective a little? Instead of thinking of a list of suspects, we should try and narrow down the reason behind the culprit's actions. Try to infer their goal, huh? Well, let's think about what the benefit would be for doing this in the first place. I think there might be something we're forgetting. You picked up on it too? Right, that gung-ho first year we ran into earlier seems to be favoring one leg over the other. He was trying to keep anyone from noticing, but I bet anything that he injured himself. Yeah, didn't seem like he told anyone about it either, although I'm pretty sure the manager has him figured out already. I can't blame him. He seems to be so happy to be chosen for first string after all. And there was that part about him wanting to show off what he'd achieved to his girlfriend. Yeah, I think we should use him as a jumping off point for the time being. If it has something to do with the first year's injury, whoever was interfering with their practice was doing so because... he was jealous of his healthy teammates? He couldn't practice because of his injury? Someone else didn't want him to practice. I wasn't thinking about it. I originally thought that maybe it was his girlfriend interfering with the boys' team in order to make him outshine the others, making him the first string. But what if they are messing with the team because the girlfriend doesn't feel like the boyfriend can practice fully, and therefore by messing with them it takes the pressure off the training and he can skip by while his feet are healing. This is basically the same, isn't it? Someone else didn't want him to practice. It's the same as he couldn't practice because of his injury. Also, someone didn't want him to practice because of that. So which one would be more prevalent? The injection that he couldn't practice because of his injury, or the one that someone else didn't want him to practice? Because this is like a consequence to this reason, isn't it? Depending on how you look at it. So I'll go with this first, and then with someone else didn't want him to practice. Even though... nah. That might be the least likely option, especially given how hard he seemed to be working for the tournament. And when you consider the fact that he's trying to keep his injury a secret so he can keep practicing. I think there might be someone else that wants to prevent him from practicing. If that's the case, why not just let him rest for a while? Why ruin it for everyone else? Maybe they tried to get him to rest, but he wouldn't listen. He seems like a pretty determined guy after all. Whatever the case may be, I think it's most likely that whoever's behind this is someone that wants him to recover from his injury. Considering what we know, the prime subject would have to be his girlfriend. Yeah. I think it might be his girlfriend. Well, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, any girl would be worried if their boyfriend was hurt. Especially since he's been working extra hard just to thank her. Right, I bet she feels guilty because he's pushing himself so hard. Is he as diligent and thoughtful as he said she is? I'm sure she's been thinking pretty hard about it. Diligent and thoughtful? Doesn't it mean the manager for the first year girls is his girlfriend? Huh? She is? It's all still speculation at this point, but I think she would be the most likely suspect. I guess being a manager would give her access to the boys' locker room too. And when I think back on what Sasha said earlier, for example, the manager for the first year girls is really diligent and thoughtful. She's always the last to leave after practice because she wants to make sure everything gets put away neatly. Yep, she's definitely had the opportunity to mess with the boys' supplies too. And all without hurting the girl's team. Would she really go that far for a boyfriend though? If someone found out, it'll just make things worse for him. Heh, oh S, you clearly don't know the impact love can have on a young maiden. Come on, isn't this about love or morals? I agree with you, Swin, however, we could be here all day just theorizing. I think the next step is to confront her directly and see what she has to say. Right, the only way we'll get to the truth is by asking her. Hopefully she'll open up to us. The manager should be over in the girls' locker room. Let's head over now. I'm guessing it would have been 2 if I had both questions right. Oh well. It is as it is, we do our best and sometimes our reasoning doesn't give us the points we want. Sorry, but do you mind if I ask you speak to you for a minute? Sure. What can I help you with? Agnès sat down and calmly explained everything that they learned of the situation as well as their suspicions. Which brings us here. Everything you said is true. I won't try to make excuses for it. Well, that was easy. I had already told myself that I'd admit what I'd done if anyone ever found out. I'm sorry. I really am. Could you maybe tell us a bit more about why you did all this? The boy you met and I started dating not long after he joined the basketball club. To be honest, he wasn't all that good at the start, but he would practice every chance he could get, even on his days off. It's been about a year now and he was finally taken off to the benches. Yeah, he seemed pretty fired up about it. But he's been overdoing it lately and ended up hurting his leg. He's been hiding it from everyone so that he can keep practicing. Every time I tried getting him to take it easy, he told me to stop worrying. I can tell you really care for him, especially since you've been supporting him all this time. Yeah, that's why I thought maybe I could make it that he couldn't practice anymore. That maybe if I able to slow him down just a little bit. Well, at least until the tournament ended. Thank you for being so honest with us. I think we have a pretty good picture of the situation now. However, I'm afraid we can't allow you to continue interfering with the boys' basketball team. That being said, I really do want to respect her feelings. What would Van do if he were in my shoes? What should we suggest she do? Oh, but this is like a morality thing, because both questions are technically correct. If we follow the rules, she has to be honest and not put down like in kill but resign her function as a manager because she is messing around with the other team's well-being by messing with their equipment. And keeping a secret would save her as a character. No, I think, let's be honest. Would you consider talking to your boyfriend about this? Not just about what you did, but all of it, including how you've been feeling. I know it's my own fault, but I'm afraid that if I tell him, he'll hate me forever. Hey, we can't make any promise about how he'll react, but the fact remains that you've hurt both him and his team by doing this. You don't have to be so blunt, as I know everyone hides things from each other from time to time, but I do think it's better to have a few secrets as possible. Hey, we all make wrong choices occasionally, even if we think it's what's best for the people we care about. But that's all the more reason why I think it's important for you to be honest with him. Your feeling came from a sincere place, and I'm sure he'll understand that. You're right. I'll tell him everything. I don't know if I can stay with him if I had to keep hiding it anyway. Well, why don't we come along for support? thank you. It'll help knowing I have someone cheering me on. After that, Agnès' group went to explain the situation to the injured first year. The girl was open and upfront with him about the situation, and Agnès, Win and Naya did what they could to support her from the sidelines. While it was quite a shock to him at first, he understood her reasoning for acting as she did. He promised to take it easy going forward. Phew, one more case in the bag. I sure wasn't expecting something like that to be the reason the store numbers were struggling. Well, at least our client sounded relieved. Yeah, we did find a solution to his problem after all. I'm impressed though, Aggie. You've gotten pretty good at these Aramis 4 SPGs. 4 SPGs, huh? Honestly, I think this is the first time I've ever had to deal with a case like this. I just hope that the manager isn't being too hard on herself right now. Even if it doesn't excuse what she did, she really was acting out of love for her boyfriend. I guess I shouldn't let my personal feelings get in the way of things though. I think you're fine. Everyone's got their own methods, right? I'm sure Van taught you that much. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why, but I think I'm starting to miss him a little. Just a tiny bit though. Okay then, let's get back to our aimless wandering. What's next on the docket? Tea, maybe? In case you forgot, we still have more work to do.
Request completed.
Slum in the sales completed. Yeah, I knew. I also thought that if we changed it to keeping it a secret, we would have given it some grey points. I don't expect it to be so bad it will be chaos though. So now we need some more chaos points. Alright, this is the back, we need the front. Because the only thing left for us to do is to explore the Ober district. And we'll do that on the next episode. For now, we're gonna leave it here. On the next one, we talk to everybody here in front of Aramis, and then we're just gonna explore Ober and see what we can find. I don't think we can go to other regions, only this one. So if we find it for SPG in the region, it will probably involve people or causes here. So we'll see what it is. So for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. So until then, bye-bye.